1. Attraction reflects more about you than them. Here's a thought that might catch you off guard. The people you're attracted to say less about them and far more about you. Think about it. That instant connection, the spark you feel when you meet someone, often comes from your own inner world, your values, fears, desires, and experiences. Stoicism teaches us to examine what stirs within us, to reflect on the emotions and impulses that guide our actions. Imagine meeting someone who seems confident and magnetic. You're drawn to them, but pause for a moment. What's behind that attraction? Is it their confidence, or is it your admiration for qualities you wish to see in yourself? Attraction often reflects what we deeply yearn for, even if we don't fully realize it. In a way, it's a mirror showing us parts of ourselves that are unfulfilled, insecure, or even aspirational. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised, "You must live for self-improvement, not to impress others." If you find yourself captivated by someone, ask yourself, is this person embodying qualities I respect and wish to cultivate, or is my desire fueled by fleeting external traits that will fade with time? When you understand that attraction is often about your inner narrative, you gain clarity. Instead of being swept away, you can approach it with curiosity and self-awareness. By knowing yourself better, you can align your desires with what truly matters: virtue, character, and meaningful connection. That's where the real beauty lies. Have you ever felt that magnetic pull toward someone, so sudden, so intense, it feels like it bypasses logic entirely? Your heart quickens, your thoughts swirl, and for a moment, it's as if the universe itself has conspired to place this person in your path. But then you stop and wonder, why them? Why now? What's pulling these strings of attraction within me? Here's where things get interesting. Attraction often feels like pure instinct, something primal and untouchable. But what if I told you it's not as mysterious as it seems? What if your deepest desires, those butterflies, that spark, that gravitational pull, are shaped not just by your biology, but also by your mind, your experiences, and even the culture you live in? Let me blow your mind for a second. That spark isn't entirely yours. It's a cocktail mixed by evolution, shaken by society, and stirred by your personal history. Yet in true Stoic fashion, we learn that the feeling itself isn't what defines us. It's how we understand and respond to it. Attraction is like a mirror. It reflects parts of us we might not even realize are there. Maybe it's a longing for connection. Maybe it's admiration disguised as desire, or maybe, just maybe, it's a lesson. Stoicism invites us to slow down and ask, what is this really about? Because once we see the why behind the attraction, we begin to reclaim our power over it. So, let's dive into this together, not to tame desire, but to understand it. After all, the key to mastering the forces that move us isn't resisting them, it's learning to see them clearly. 2. Desire isn't the problem. Attachment is. Let's be real. Feeling attracted to someone is as natural as breathing. You see someone, feel that spark, and your mind starts weaving stories about what could be. That's not the issue. Desire in itself isn't the problem. It's when we get too attached to the outcome of that desire that trouble begins. Think about it. You meet someone and start imagining a future with them before even knowing who they really are. Suddenly, your happiness feels tied to their response, their attention, or their reciprocation. This is where Stoicism comes in with a hard but freeing truth. We can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. This isn't about suppressing desire. It's about shifting your focus. Admire someone's beauty, kindness, or energy, but remember, their presence in your life isn't what gives you value. The true power lies in being whole on your own, appreciating connections as they are, not as you wish them to be. By letting go of attachment, you'll find freedom, and maybe even deeper, more genuine connections. 3. Question what you're truly attracted to. Here's a question most of us never stop to ask. Why am I drawn to this person? It's easy to get swept up in the surface-level appeal, the way they look, their confidence, or how they carry themselves. But what if the pull you feel isn't as random as it seems? Stoicism urges us to examine our impulses deeply, especially when it comes to something as powerful as attraction. Sometimes, what draws us to someone has more to do with unresolved parts of ourselves than anything about them. Are you seeking validation? Do they remind you of a past love? Or maybe their charisma feels like a cure for your own insecurities? Attraction is rarely just about the person standing in front of you. It's a reflection of your inner needs and wounds. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your thoughts are rooted in seeking external approval or filling a void, your desires will reflect that. But here's the good news. Once you start questioning your attractions, you can gain insight into yourself. Ask yourself, is what I'm drawn to aligned with my deeper values? Does this person reflect the kind of life I want to build, or are they just a fleeting distraction? By understanding the why behind your feelings, you can move beyond infatuation and toward connections that truly nourish your soul. Attraction isn't random. It's a lesson. Learn it, and you learn about yourself. The power lies in your response, not the feeling. Let's face it, attraction can feel overwhelming, like a force you have no control over. One moment, you're calm and focused, and the next, you're consumed by thoughts of someone who's caught your eye. But here's the thing. Feeling attracted to someone is not the problem. It's what you do with that feeling that matters. The Stoics believed that emotions, even intense ones, don't have to control us. Epictetus reminds us, it is not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them. Attraction is just an event, a momentary experience in your mind. The real power lies in how you interpret it and what you decide to do next. Do you act impulsively, chasing that feeling at all costs? Or do you take a step back and reflect, is this worth my time, energy, and focus? Learning to pause gives you the power to choose your response rather than being ruled by your emotions. Attraction is powerful, but it's not the whole story. The real strength lies in mastering your response, finding balance between what you feel and what you know is right for you. That's where true freedom begins. External beauty is fleeting, but character lasts. Let's be honest, physical attraction is often the first thing that grabs our attention. The way someone smiles, the sparkle in their eyes, or the way they carry themselves can feel magnetic. But here's a reality check. Beauty fades. What doesn't fade is the essence of a person, their character, their kindness, their strength, and how they make others feel. Stoicism teaches us to value what is lasting and meaningful over what is temporary and superficial. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more beautiful it is to see a soul that is kind, helpful, and full of virtue than a body that is just pleasing to the eye." When we're captivated by someone's appearance, it's worth asking, am I drawn to who they are or just what they look like? Think of relationships you've admired, long-lasting ones filled with mutual respect and understanding. Were those bonds built on appearances or on shared values and trust? External beauty can spark interest, but it's character that builds connection. True attraction isn't about what fades in the mirror. It's about the inner qualities that grow richer over time. Choose to see that beauty. It's the one that lasts. 6. You're attracted to energy, not just appearance. But here's the deeper truth. What you're really drawn to is their energy, the way they make you feel. It's the confidence they exude, their sense of humor, or their ability to light up a room. Physical appearance might catch your eye, but it's energy that keeps your attention. Have you ever noticed how someone becomes more attractive as you get to know them? Or how someone who seemed appealing at first loses their shine once their attitude or values reveal themselves? Energy doesn't fade the way appearances do. It grows, transforms, and deepens over time. So when you feel drawn to someone, pay attention to what truly stirs you. Is it their looks, or is it the way their presence makes you feel alive? Focus on the energy. It's the real magnetism. 7. Attraction can be a distraction from your true path. Let's be honest, attraction has a way of taking over. It can cloud your judgment, consume your thoughts, and even pull you away from what truly matters in your life. One moment, you're focused on your goals, and the next, you're lost in a whirlwind of daydreams and what-ifs about someone. This isn't a bad thing in small doses, but when attraction starts steering the wheel, it can become a serious distraction. The Stoics remind us to keep our focus on what we can control, our actions, our decisions, and our growth. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Stick to what's in front of you. Idea, action, utterance." In other words, don't let fleeting emotions or desires derail you from your purpose. Instead of letting attraction distract you, let it inspire you. If you admire someone's qualities, use that admiration as motivation to develop similar traits within yourself. If you're captivated by their energy, let it remind you of the importance of nurturing your own. Attraction either steer you off course or fuel your growth, up to you to decide. 8. Rejection doesn't define your worth. Let's face it, rejection stings. Whether it's someone you admired not feeling the same way, or a relationship not turning out as you hoped, it's easy to let rejection chip away at your self-esteem. But here's a powerful truth. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's simply an indication that the connection wasn't aligned. Stoicism teaches us to see such moments not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and understanding. Epictetus said, "Don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish for them to happen as they do, and you will be serene." This doesn't mean you have to enjoy rejection, but it does mean accepting it without letting it define you. Remember, your worth isn't tied to whether someone chooses you. It's rooted in how you show up for yourself, how you treat others, and the kind of life you're building. Rejection is just redirection, a step closer to finding what's truly meant for you. Embrace it as part of the journey, not the end of the story. So, here we are, at the crossroads of desire, attraction, and everything it's taught us about ourselves. Did this journey shift the way you see things? Maybe it sparked a realization about why you're drawn to certain people, or how much power you actually have over those uncontrollable feelings. Or maybe, just maybe, you're sitting there thinking, wait, I never thought about attraction this deeply before. Here's the thing, the way we approach attraction is so much bigger than what makes me like someone. It's about the story we tell ourselves. It's about growth, clarity, and stepping into relationships with our eyes wide open. That's not just about love, it's about life. And let me tell you, once you start looking at your feelings this way, it changes the game entirely. Now, here's my challenge to you. Yeah, I'm not letting you leave without a mission. In the comments, I want to know what surprised you the most from this. Maybe it's lesson 3 making you rethink what you're really attracted to, or lesson 8 giving you a fresh perspective on rejection. Maybe it's something completely unexpected that just clicked. Whatever it is, spill it below. And trust me, your thoughts might just light up someone else's perspective. All right, your turn. Mind blown? Confused? Fired up? Whatever's running through your head, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it.